Okay, the next topic that we will be studying is density, and you'll have quite a bit of lab work on this. So density involves two things: the mass of a substance per a given volume. So if you're in lab and you take the mass of a liquid to be 35.062 grams, the volume of the same liquid is 23.50 mils, how do you figure out density? Density is one equation, okay? It's D equals M over V. Density equals mass divided by volume. So here's my mass, 35.062, divided by my volume, 23.50, and my answer is 1.492 grams per milliliter. And you will notice that there are two units for density, G/ml, for mass and volume. And you will also notice that my significant figures are correct. So when you are doing lab work, I will be pushing you a lot to have correct units and correct significant figures, because that's why you learn them. It's to take good data. Okay, I'm skipping the around in the notes for just a second. I wanted to show you this example first. A lot of people always say that chemistry is not used, in real life. Well, I have news for you. It is. Particularly in the auto industry, people that are mechanics that like to work on cars. Density can be used to figure out a couple things. First of all, the lead storage can be determined by density. Fully charged versus needs recharging, you can see a difference there in the numbers. It makes sense that if it's less, if it needs recharging, then you have to add more to the battery. Also, antifreeze versus the water in your cooling system. Antifreeze is stopping the water from freezing, right? That's why you add it. So antifreeze and water have different densities, and you can use a hydrometer to measure the difference and see if you need to add more to your car system. Okay, so all you mechanics out there, chemistry will come back. All right, I want to end with one more example of density. Density is not just finding D, okay? What if I asked you to find one of the other letters? So in this example, it says mercury has a density of 13.6 grams per mil. What volume must be taken to obtain 225 grams of the metal? So this time you have D and you have M. So how do you find volume? In physical science, they taught you a triangle. You are free to use that, or you have to use algebra to get the V by itself. So if you look at my example, I start with D equals M over V. Algebraically, to get volume by itself, it will become mass over density. Okay, and once you have the algebraic formula for volume, okay, plug in mass, plug in density, and you notice now my answer is 16.5 milliliter. Volume only has one unit, and I think you can see here that the grams would cancel. And also, this is the volume of a liquid. When you get into the lab and start taking the density of a solid, you'll be measuring that with a ruler. So in that case, you'll be measuring centimeters, and that would become centimeters cubed. So just letting you know there are two different units for volume.